Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Zen Kaizen. It's March 17th, 2002, and we're in the second week of South by Southwest. There's a lot of cool stuff going on downtown. There's a lot of meetings. We'll talk about that a little later. But yeah, we're in the second week. So we have some South by Southwest news for you today and a lot of Zenpool happening business news for the past 2 weeks. I know last week was not able to do the Zen Kaizen at the Thursday that we wanted to. But if you are watching this now, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time, we have the Zen Kaizen where anybody's welcome to come, and it's an open forum. Anybody involved in promoting professional billiards or wanting to be involved is welcome to come. Also, welcome our content creators, online businesses, brands wishing to market alongside professional billiards, and live events are also welcome to attend. So definitely looking forward to having some really cool people showing up like Dennis. Dennis is here. Dennis, what's up?
Hey Manny, how you doing?
Good, man. Let me see how I can get this
I'm
record.
surprised this actually works.
Yeah, it works, of course.
Never used it before.
This is yeah, there's a way to do this where I think it just goes back and forth from videos, something like this. Oh, yeah, it should be all right. So yeah, welcome. Welcome. You're our only person here at the Zen Kaizen, Mr. Dennis. And so I'm just going to be presenting today, Dennis, the happenings of the past few weeks with the business. And if you have any questions, Dennis, throughout the presentation, as you are the audience, feel free to stop me and ask a quick question. I'll give you a quick answer. And then,
All right, let it rip.
yeah. So like I was saying, we're in the second week of the South by Southwest. Tomorrow, there's going to be 2 free events happening that I want to promote now to you guys. It's going to be David Meltzer's weekly free Friday training in the morning. You can find him through dmeltzer.com, and the links are there. You can see at the top, it'll say free Friday training, and you just click there to register and follow the prompts. There also tomorrow will be a food expo at the South by Southwest Free Event Center. So I believe that's happening at the convention center, but I do have the link already set up. So it'll be in this video after I post tonight. If anybody wants to check it out or register, I'll be there tomorrow supporting one of our brands that are on board with promoting their brand alongside us. Maxenes Microgreens, a really awesome, nutritious brand, local startup here in Austin that I'm really excited to promote because as a culinary enthusiast, it's the flavors that I tried were just mind blowing. And you actually feel medicinal benefits of just eating healthy immediately afterwards. It's crazy because there's so much nutrients in these little microgreens and they're so flavorful. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see, got the notes here. So also Boss Level Whiskey, check them out. They got some events happening at South by Southwest here. Also, I'll also just be wearing from now on just Nautica. So I'll be promoting Nautica and Asics. By the way, Dennis, yesterday I just got a new pair. Look, check these out.
I hope they're like the old ones.
Yeah. These were only like
All right.
$120, I think, like around there. I think I paid 100 or 120 around there. At the San Marcos. Yeah, so yeah, they're great shoes. You know, they're good shoes, Dennis. So I'm just going to be promoting the shoes and the clothing line of Nautica from now on, for me personally. Here's big news, Dennis. Akeem Moth from Jamaica is Zenpool Studios' first official sponsored player. So Akeem Moth will be wearing Zenpool Studios t-shirt logos when he plays in tournaments, and he'll be promoting us more in his videos. And he's really excited to do that. And we're really excited to help him because I'm out looking for now for a host for a table somewhere in Jamaica. We're going to make a vacation sale. So you'll have the opportunity, people will have the opportunity to buy a vacation to Jamaica and directly support the billiard community there in Jamaica with Akeem Moth. So that's huge, awesome, big news. Really excited for that. Also, so today's, are you wearing your green, Dennis? Because today's St. Patrick's Day.
No, I'm not quite there, my lad.
Let me see, let me pinch you, let me pinch you. So I wanted to talk today for St. Patrick's Day, what makes successful people bitter, what I think this. And I really think it's just when you go through life, through so many struggles, some people will say certain things and some people will project certain thoughts or actions. But once you live many years, you look back and you see everybody's actions and you can just categorize, right? Everybody's thought pattern, or you can see easily what somebody's real intentions or focus was. And it's hard as someone that's struggling as an entrepreneur of really knowing people inside their head. And I think St. Patrick did a great job of spreading Christianity throughout Ireland. Whether you're for or against Christianity, you have to admit that he did a great job of promoting Christianity. And I don't think he really ever at any moment worried about certain people thinking certain things. I think he went to the open minds and he was really good at finding the open minds. And he was also good at conversing with these open minds and providing value. And I think that's what made him a great saint for St. Patrick's Day. So how can we fix it? Ask 3 times. That's what I learned from David Meltzer, right? His free training tomorrow, Friday, dmeltzer.com. Ask 3 times. And if you get 3 no's, that's fine. But you need to cut off all ties and leave a bridge. Say, you know what, this person, you're not, you tell them, you're not for me, you're not, I'm not for you right now, but at any time in the future, please feel free to reach out, and then always remain open to those people, because you never know who's going to come back or change their mind, right? In the most opportune times, somebody that wasn't for you in the past will be for you in the future. That being said, in the past week, Dennis, I've attempted one more time at a local billiard, I'm not going to say who, but a local billiard hall. And I pitched them. I said, hey, I got this 9-foot table. Let's do the stream. I want to bring you attraction. I want to bring you value. They're not for it. The owner was just out sipping the suds, bro, totally sloshed. And I'm like, I will never get anywhere because this is not the open mind that I need. This is the same mind that I've encountered throughout any pool halls. It's too much work. They don't want any risk and they don't want any accountability. So last night at my co-founder's house, I made the decision while I was on the phone to no longer pursue a billiard venue for my table as a host location. I'm now looking outside to somebody that's more reciprocal of what we're doing, more of an open mind. So I'll be reaching out to people like Embassy Suites or resort companies that wouldn't mind working with me. They love working with me, as a matter of fact, I believe, if they knew exactly what type of value and production we can bring. And not to mention sales, because though we don't have any sales to put on paper and say, hey, look at all this money we're making, we do have traction and we do have attraction. So those 2 things we have, and I'm super excited for it. And I'm super excited for all that are involved in this level at this moment in time, because it's a faith thing right now, Dennis. And the people that are with us are huge people of faith. And I love it. I just love it because I feel so strong with my circle of people. So the co-founder is one of the gentlemen in the circle here of this traction, and he is a producer, video producer, and he will be offering his services to anyone interested in helping edit some of our footage that I have, on my hard drive that I just don't have time or the knowledge to edit, right? I have lots of footage. Gatam, Akin Moth, Damien, Indigo, Adi, Marthinez, Pool Dojo, Antonio Rojas, Jamie Lynn, and Jesse Harriman. All of you that I've mentioned, and anyone else that's interested in editing videos and learning how to edit, I'm now announcing Zenpool Studios will be hosting free classes hosted by Langdon Powell, our co-founder, to help you learn how to edit using cell phone and whatever type of editing you have right now that you're using. If you're using cell phone or laptop, he will direct you to the right types of softwares and how he would edit and how he would go about doing things. And there's multiple ways to skin a cat, and he knows lots of angles. So he's a great source and utility for the company, which is huge news. I'm like super excited to announce that because we've had, like I said, Audie's been calling me. She's like, hey, when can we do this? Because we've been talking about it for a while. So pretty soon here in the future, we'll be hosting free virtual. If you're interested in that, just message me on the website or text me 512-919-4455. Like I said, let's see. Another thing is I was visiting, like I was saying, Embassy Suites was one of the brands that I would want to, I'm out right now in the process of communicating with, and they have this awesome convention center in San Marcos. Have you ever been there, Dennis, to the convention center in San Marcos?
No, I haven't. One thing I noticed though, immediately on you is your positive energy level seems to be raising and increasing.
Yeah, and I credit a lot of that to David Meltzer, but yeah, my positive energy level, you're right, Dennis, because what happens is you fail so much trying to bring negative energy. I think I tried to bring negative energy with me to the top of what I was trying to do. I don't know. I was like, I want everybody involved, and not everybody wants to be involved. And some people are laughing at me more than supporting me. And I realized this now after the fact. Me, like in my moment of trying to do something great, I didn't see that. So now I do.
Well, you're learning as you go.
Yeah, Dennis, and it's true. Like David Meltzer changed me with the gratitude. It was 14 days of consecutive gratitude. I challenge anybody to complete the 14 days of gratitude. It's 30 seconds in the morning and 30 seconds at night. As soon as you wake up and right before you go to bed, just for 30 seconds, give gratitude to God, everything that you have. It'll totally change your perspective for the days. At the end of 14 days, you'll be in a totally different universe. And I just felt it after 14 days, Dennis, I saw it, bro. I hear it. Like I was walking yesterday at Embassy Suites and I heard this man preaching. He was talking about Jesus Christ, how he saved him, bro. And I just felt like so perfect in like my moment, in my timing in my life. I was like, I know I'm on the right track. I'm just not, I'm putting on horse blinders and just going as fast as I can.
Well, keep on running.
Yeah. So why not, why not do what we do in Vegas, Dennis? Let's do that here in Texas. Let's do it in San Marcos, and let's make a huge event that supports the professional players, the players at the top of the game who really need that support. And let's come together and do this by supporting one, Zenpool Studios, and two, anybody that's involved in helping us. So any of the affiliates, all the brands, all the content creators, all the viewers.
Well, I gotta say something. Why are you so much focused and centered around pool? I mean, that's a small microcosm of what's available out there. There's so many other venues besides pool, to reach people. And you know what pool players are like, they're all cheap, most of them. And they're not willing to take a risk and spend money on something they don't quite understand.
So that's where we're creating the gamification and the value, Dennis. It's a great question. And basically we are. venturing. The pool at this point has become just it's a byproduct of what we're producing. It's not really a byproduct. It's just in the background. It's how we all communicate. I guess it's a way how we all can communicate is by coming on stream. Everybody that's involved has pledged to come on and play pool with us on the virtual game. And so that we can communicate and just like network with each other the same way we would like if we just met at the pool hall. Just think of a Zen Pool Studios as a virtual pool hall where anybody can come, be involved, promote their brand, you know, once we're passes of what we align, does it align with our brand? We'll first take your brand and say, okay. So for instance, when I saw Boss Level Whiskey, I said, okay, this, at first I was like, well, it's a whiskey. I can't promote it because I'm not promoting anything alcoholic. I want to create a synergy of really awesome brands. And I just want to leave alcohol out, you know, I want to leave alcohol out. And I realized, oh, it's not even alcoholic, it's non-alcoholic. So it was something perfect. I was like, wow, awesome. I can promote this brand because I'm about promoting health. And if you're wanted to take a day off of drinking, maybe this would be great. You put it with your Coke and you feel like you're having a drink and you're not having a drink, but you feel you feel safe in the environment. And it could even be sold in the pool halls, right? But that's for the future. If that ever wants to happen, I won't be able to facilitate this because me with the pool halls and what I've been trying to do, I've never was able to connect the audience with the brands and the venues, which is my struggle for the past 11 years, which is no longer a struggle, Dennis, because I gave up on the pool halls.
Right. My point is you're going to reach far bigger numbers outside of pool than you will within pool. I mean, people have tried to monetize pool and been unsuccessful at it forever. Pool just doesn't allow for a large amount of monetization, no matter what you do, whether you're streaming events or
in the
selling
past. In the past, I would agree. In the future, where everybody's leaning towards, everybody wants a gamification. Right now, if you say gamification in the entrepreneurship or startup angel investor world, it's a big word. Before, not so much. It's a word that's been growing, and pool is a game. So we're just filling in the gap. But there's the need right now?
In its purest form, yes. But when you add social interaction to it, it becomes, you know, a venue for personal contact and engagement with people on almost any level.
I want to really bring the social part of pool into this network of a promotion, which is a live 24/7 promotion that directly benefits professional billiards and our prize money. So that leads us to this, the prize money. So we got the brands, we're working on creating sales. Now, once we have this prize money, we'll be putting this prize money up weekly for anybody wanting to play on our live stream for the top prize caches. They can do this. If you'd like to sign up in the future, you'll see a place for us to sign up. Right now, we don't have the location. Before, it was a Chalk Ink stream studio, but everybody knows all the problems and stuff that we had and the struggles that we went through. We're still on great terms with Chalk Ink and we still want to promote their products, but we no longer can work with them in their space. So we need another brand to step up. And I really want either an Airbnb, it's got to be somebody in travel agency that wants to sell vacations. It's either Airbnb or Airbnb's competitor. Right now, Airbnb is huge. People are buying up properties left and right and they're selling them. I have a unique experience that can be sold easily. I've already proven that for the past 3 years on my Airbnb experience. You can check it out, Lessons with the Pool Hustler. I have nothing but 5-star reviews. Only one person, somebody was on a date and really didn't like me to give me 5 stars, 4 stars. Okay. So I got 20.
The date was more important.
I'm blaming it on the date, Dennis. The date went bad and I think I got demoted to star, bro. Also, big news also for the and last week when I was at South by, I ran into somebody. By the way, there's a special guest today. We're having at 7:30, we're having somebody joining us. It's going to be Rowdy from Life Energy Reset Videos. See, he's vowed to give a third of his sales to help us that we sell on our network, right? So he's got a great product. For $10 a week, you can subscribe to this product, and it's a video that you watch that has been reviewed by chiropractors as a useful tool to align the body and the spine. Not sure how exactly how it works. You'll be able to ask them any questions. Dennis, I would love it if you ask them some awesome questions, especially sports.
I've been to a lot of chiropractors, applied kinesiologists, and the like, and I've been down that road pretty extensively.
I would assume so with your skiing history too, also.
Amen.
Okay, so we will be having Rowdy at 7:30. And also another person that I ran into that at the Small Business Expo last year, not only Rowdy did I network with, but a gentleman named Tom Brunowski, and he's from Poland. And he is the CEO and founder of Coders Peak, which specializes in software and development. So this gentleman, I already have him on the back burner. I ran into him by just supposedly coincidence last week at South by Southwest, just walking in the street. And I said, hey, don't I know you, bro? Weren't you the guy from Poland? I thought I never would see you again. He goes, oh my God, I thought I'd never see you again either. And I've been thinking about you. I said, I've been thinking about you. Now this is super weird because this is a gentleman that's in the position once we're there with the users and the entertainment, what we're calling spendertainment that's happening, right? People are watching, hopefully they're promoting and paying for tips to play the users online stream. So all that we'll learn later. But once we get that going, Tom is the guy that's already extended his hand and said, you know what, when y'all need the help to create a coin, for instance, he'd love to help us create the coin. Right now, he doesn't see any sales and he doesn't see anything. So when I pitch him, he's kind of just like, oh, well, I don't see anything. But I believe in you and I hope everything goes well. So he's still just on the back burner, but we have him there for the software development side. It was awesome hanging out with him at the Elephant Room this past Thursday. We were just there enjoying the vibes. And we had a couple of beers and good discussions, and he's on our team. He's ready to be part of our team once he's needed. Let's see. So we talked about Akeem Moth. We talked about Boss Level Whiskey and Maxenes Microgreens.
Looks like Rowdy's up.
Yeah, Rowdy's here. Okay, guys. So let me just make sure. Okay, we talked about D. Meltzer's weekly Friday training. Tomorrow is Maxenes Microgreens. If anybody wants to come down South by Southwest, they'll be at the Food Expo there. So check them out. Also, Gus with On the Ball Billiards was at Betsy's last week. And that's a big announcement. They've donated a Rasson, and I'm going to get the light, or they're going to find a way. We're going to get a Littman light maybe, but we have a stream.
He was at Clicks Monday night playing in the tournament. Monday or Saturday, I can't remember.
Gus. Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah, so Gus is totally on board for what he's always been supportive of what we're doing. And he's always been, we've always tried the best together as a community to grow and do the right thing. But, Gus is still at it. Like, we're still doing this. He's actually streaming the ladies. He's got the ladies tour now that used to be the JO tour, that used to be the OB tour, I think. It was like, had a bunch of different tour names. He works with some ladies out of Houston. to stream these events and create these events. So there's a few events. And by the way, any ladies, this is an open event. If you want to try, I'm
Well,
supporting the event.
I just got to make one comment. You're focusing on the competitive side of pool and more towards the good player, professional type player, as opposed to the social aspect of pool. But there's a big market of people on the other side of the fence that don't play tournaments, but frequent pool halls and play a lot of pool.
Exactly. We still haven't tapped into that. And that's why I created, right, the company, because we never were able to tap into that. We still haven't tapped into it, right? There's still a lot of content creators out there that could create content. They're not creating content or monetizing it. It's basically where we're at.
That is the key, being able to get eyeballs and monetizing it.
Yeah, because once we have dollars coming in, we have a proven, model that's at least that's working for the time. It'll be great. So let's go ahead and go to Rowdy here. Let's let him introduce himself. Rowdy is one of the gentlemen that's going to be working. He's a brand. So Rowdy's coming on as a brand to promote his brand. This brand is a great brand because, like I said, for $10 a week, that's the cost of a Big Mac. If you cut out one Big Mac and you subscribe to Rowdy, one, a third of the sales are going to directly support professional billiards. Two, your back's going to feel amazing. Your body's going to feel great. Your energy level is going to feel great. If you've seen, not only if you use the gratitude alongside with good diet, rest, and these lovely utensils.
It always works, no matter what's wrong with you. Diet and exercise, always.
Exactly. It's love. It's God's love, right? It's how we heal ourselves. Is just diet, exercise, sleep. I always tell sleep's number one. If you're not doing the sleep right and you're not doing the water right, everything follows after that. But all we have to do is slowly add, how do we improve our life just a little bit this week, and then add it next week. Eventually the bad overflows out while we add good to our cup, right? Because there's only so much in our cup that we have. But Rowdy, go ahead and introduce yourself, bro, and how we met and all that.
Well, hey guys, first off, it's an honor to be here. Forgive me, I'm at a concert. I ducked out to do this call. So I actually met Manny and we're talking, just instantly connected, and we're both on the same path to help humanity. He's doing it through pool and I'm doing it through something different. Actually, I love what you said, Manny. You were talking about God, and my gift is directly from God. It came when I was meditating, came in a vision. And for those that don't know, my history is medicine. I've been an ICU nurse for over 16 years. And I realized that what the healthcare, what the government, what everyone is doing just simply isn't working. People are getting older at a younger age, and they're getting age-old disease at a younger age. Like there's little kids with type 2 diabetes. You're not supposed to have that till you're like in your 60s, 70s. Like I said, I was in the ICU. I'm in my early 40s. I had two people in their early 40s come in the same week with a heart attack, two different guys. So, it's all about doing all the right things, but more importantly than doing all the right things is having communication. I always let people know it's like, it's a relationship, between your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, and your creator. And, if you got a good relationship, things are really good. And if you're in a relationship and there's bad communication, what kind of relationship are you having? But instead of it being with somebody that's external, like a partner, spouse, something like that, or business partner, this is a relationship that's internal, and it's all that much more important, being internal. So I've been given a gift to actually make it available for people to actually tap back into their original design, their original blueprint. And we've seen some amazing things with clients I've worked with. I've been brought in for major events, like huge events of like 8,600 people, working with the top people that are running the event and their coordinators of like 20, 30 people. It shifted the entire conference. And by I say shift, I mean everybody noticed the raise and vibration of the energy, and everyone just felt so good and had such an amazing time. They're like, man, this is the best one ever. In fact, it was so good they had 0 complaints on social media, which I came to find out that just doesn't happen.
That does
There's
not
always
exist.
somebody willing to
Somebody's got to
complain.
hate on it. Somebody's got to hate.
Exactly. Somebody's always got to hate, but there were 0 complaints at this conference whenever they brought me in to work with them and their team to support this conference. And I'm actually at a concert, and I'm going to be working with the artists after the concert. So I've worked with everybody from, athletes. When I was up in North Carolina, I worked with a kid basically right before the championship game. In fact, right after I did an interview with him after we did a session, he literally just finished with ESPN. Well, come to find out, they actually, after I worked with them, they won the championship game, and he was made MVP of the game. In fact, he was so impressed because he just got his foot out of a boot, and immediately after the reset and recharge, he had more range of motion. He had more confidence. It boosted memory and cognition. So his mind and his body communicated so much better together.
He was clicking fast.
That it was like, it was just easy for him. And he was able to fully show up with all his skills and talents. He had all those talents before, but there was just a lack in that communication.
Those are
And
the
Manny,
edges that, people at that top level, you're looking for, hey man, how can I add another notch in my belt? How can I get more of an edge? You're already trying to beat the best. It's already hard enough.
Exactly. And that's what I found, man. Whenever I work with people that have already put in the work, like for example, I had a client, he's a top business coach. He's 60 years old, and he was aging at a 40-year-old. Like I've got some technology that actually measures that. Excuse me. And it was amazing. But after one session, because this technology, it's from Russia, and it'll actually measure our internal biological age, the age that our cells are replicating at. But anyway, after a session, waited about 4 days for his body to acclimate to the session. And he was aging at that of a 30-year-old. So it took 10 years off his aging process. And that's something I've seen with a bunch of other people. This is simply a easy button for every aspect of your life, because it brings in the communication at the toppest and highest level between your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, and your creator. And whenever that stuff comes in, man, like we've seen people 20, 30 years of pain-free in less than 10 minutes, to people living their best life and communicating with people and on such a different level. And I met Manny, and we just instantly clicked. I did a quick session on him. He was like, oh my gosh, people in pool, they're always looking for the advantage, and this is it. He was simply amazed at what this is doing for people and helping them out. Because
I was really amazed though, the whole demo that we did, where you put your wrist here, then you're feeling the pressure of how much strength. Like I can even feel now, like my left side is weak, before it was weak. So, that's really amazing. You see the difference after one round of just lying down, listening to the video, relaxing, just feeling the sound in your mind, and just relaxing your mind, about just focusing on your breath. Just like if you were playing a pool game, you just want to focus on your breath, your shot, kind of like a yoga move, right? Where you're just staying in your focus, you're just relaxing, just focus on relaxing and listening to the sound. And once you get up, man, you feel like a totally different beast. You saw me, Rowdy, once I did the first, I was doing kicks. I was doing kicks. My back felt great.
Such a big difference. Like the energy in your left side of your body, it was so much weaker than your right. Before we did
here, if I can butt in for a second, you guys seem to be coming from a mid-age, 45-ish point of view. I mean, it all depends on your attitude. I mean, I play in a lot of tournaments. Most of the time, I'm the oldest guy there. Monday night, the last 3 guys standing were me, Bill Hyde, and Justin Espinosa.
Nice. So Justin Espinosa, Rowdy doesn't know, Justin Espinosa is a top 100 player locally here in Austin.
Yeah, he's very, very, very good. But me and Bill Hyde, I mean, I knocked out Drew McCoy, and I had to get through Noah.
Noah Contreras, also a top player that just moved here,
Yes,
like a young
very
gun
good
top
player.
player.
Yep.
You know, one of the
I mean,
guys
the
that
field there
people are
was
scared
tough.
of when they get to the pool hall, because
So I
guys
feel
don't
kind
miss.
it's special when you got two guys that are 73, 74, and one gunslinger, Justin Espinoza, who's at the pro level. You know,
Oh, there's
that's
a lot
added.
of gunslingers here, and look, Dennis is
Yeah,
up
that's
No
there
amazing.
doubt about it.
hanging out. He's hanging with the best of them, bro. And Bill Hyde, I've known Bill Hyde as long as I've been playing pool, and he's always been there just grinding. He's actually a surgeon,
He's,
Rowdy.
he's a great example to follow. High achiever,
he's
a
a
doctor.
he's a
Stays the
pediatric
same.
surgeon, Rowdy, here locally in
Oh,
Austin.
wow.
Who's just he's just been an angel for the entire community of Austin for the longest.
Done a lot of things right in his life.
And
No doubt about it. You can learn from a guy like that.
we love to see
Well,
him.
you know, I would love to meet him.
Yeah,
I
we
I'll
love
check
our
that out.
gotta meet him.
Well, we played for the second position, Bill and I. We got to the hill, and it was a tough safety battle, and we had a ball, and even though I lost, I had a great time. But he deserved
That's
to
what
win.
matters, is enjoying it. For
All
sure.
right, Rowdy. So yeah, we're really looking forward, Rowdy, to promoting your product, and educating the people, especially like I'm looking forward to sharing video clips, you know, of all the people that you're working with, and even helping you with that. You know, Rowdy, now that we have a video producer as a co-founder, if you ever need any help, you know, just let me know, reach out to me. We can help you create some videos.
definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Manny, I'm just going to say this to you. I'm looking at doing a scientific study, because I haven't done any like serious tracking, and I've got access to some better technology than I even had before. So I'm looking to do a study. I don't know if you know some people that would be interested in
I'm interested, and anybody
doing a
else
study.
interested, they can drop a comment on the video and reach out to Rowdy. We're
Yeah,
gonna be
definitely.
meeting
And like I said, you know, I'm partnering, you know, with you and with this pool community to actually give back to the community, because that's what it's about. It's about energy flowing everywhere and everybody helping everyone.
and that's
So
enrichment,
it's
bro.
time to bring
Believe
back
it or
community.
not, bro, you got, you know, to me, dude, pool's like the wild, wild west. When you watch that movie, you got the good, the bad, and the ugly, bro. There's the ugly out there. They're just being ugly people. There's bad people out there. When you see them, you think they're good, but they'll turn on you real quick. And then there's the good out there. They're just gunslinging everybody. They're gonna come at you with love and support. And you know, this is enrichment. My company's about enrichment. If you're not about enriching the community, I actually don't really want to know much about you. I'm focusing on my 5%, the people that we're going to come up together, you know, the people that are already doing it, like Rowdy and everybody involved in Team Zen Pool. And if you want to be a part of it, just reach out, right? Because we want to have the same like-minded people, right, Rowdy, to all help us build a large community.
You know, you're exactly right. It's about lifting each other up and not even worrying about ourselves, because we get lifted up in the process. So it's just like, you know, by design, it's all about helping people and sharing our love and our passion and showing up fully.
Got a question for both of you. You guys developed a format for introduction and reaching people with the first contact, so they can understand and be grabbed by what you're trying to do and understand it?
Yeah, Dennis, I'll start. I'll answer one part and we'll let Rowdy answer. But basically, what we're doing now is just the pre-promotion. Once we start launching the promotion, Rowdy will have this opportunity to come in live, play the video game. We'll be streaming live with the video game. He'll be able to play. You'll be able to play Rowdy. You'll be able to donate live and play him online pool, and part of the donations go to help Rowdy. Part of the donations go to help professional pool players and the prize money, and part of the donations help go support Zen Pool Studios, continue doing what we're doing, fighting every day, pushing through the fires, getting to where we need to go through in this most like guerrilla war tactic, starting from the ground up style possible way.
Yeah, let me ask you a little bit more. Can you define your question a little bit more? I wasn't able to hear it all.
Well, in order to grab an audience, you have to have something that entices them to want to listen to what you're offering. If it doesn't come up in the initial stages of the offering, they're just going to tune you out and say, "Oh, this is boring. I don't understand it." Don't you need to develop some kind of introductory format that grabs the audience and introduces them to the point where they want to hear more?
Oh, of course. I mean, that's something that is constantly ever changing and ever evolving. And there's certain things that I do. Like I wasn't quite sure how this call was going to be, so I just kind of jumped on, and I'm just kind of winging this call because I wasn't exactly
Never
sure.
on Zoom for me. I'll tell you that.
So, but I pretty much go with the flow, and depending on people's specific questions, there's ways to tailor everything individually towards them. And I'm very open to, I wouldn't say criticism, because people aren't criticizing per se, but people have different ideas and beliefs that could be better.
Well,
I'm
you
more
want
than
to provoke a
open to.
response. I mean, you
Oh,
want
exactly.
people to respond. If they're not interested, they're not going to respond.
Exactly. But it's also like, knowing where those people are coming from and what sings loudest in their ears.
Right, but on the introductory basis, you don't know what's coming in or where that target audience is going to come from. I mean, right now you're specific to pool.
And that's normal. That's normal, Dennis, in sales. Like I've been following David Meltzer for a while. I can tell you what he can say. You're only going to reach 10 to 5%. That's why I now focus on my 10 to 5%.
Right.
When I get up and say I'm only talking to 10 for 5%, you got to have an open mind. And I'm open because I always offer, like David does, reach out to me, go to my website, zenpoolstudios.com, give me a call my phone number. I stay open for the open minds. But that you're right. You got to be able to present. And that's why Rowdy has a video. He's got a couple of really awesome videos that introduce the type of technology that he's using and how to use it.
Right. I've got other stuff on there. Like if this was a little bit more structured, I would actually come through and have a couple of key points, and I would get audience participation. I would ask them, like, who's sitting around, who's got pain, who's got a headache.
And that's what we plan to
isn't
do for
exactly
the
where they
lives.
want
We
it to
want to
be.
we want to live stream Rowdy trying this
Life
out on
is
somebody.
pain.
Hey man,
There's
we
a
can
lot of pain in life.
do live stream. Like I can do group resets and all kinds of stuff. Like, I mean, the sky's the limit with this. So this is just the very first call. So I appreciate your comment. And on the next one, that we do, we'll definitely throw some of that in there. Because this was more about just showing up and seeing what's happening.
More on the way.
Yes, sir. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Well, Rowdy, did you have any questions or did you have any other comments, closing comments before we finish the wrap up?
Man, not really, other than just to encourage people, go try it. If something in your life isn't working the way you want it to work, or you think it could possibly be better, or if you're, have some kind of dis-ease or something like that, where your body's not at ease and it's not functioning the way it's designed to function, or if you're not functioning like you did when you were younger, go on, try it free for 10 days. You got nothing to lose.
I would love to find a fountain of youth, but frankly, I haven't seen it yet. Hard to turn back the clock, although.
Well, I will tell you this. Are you in Austin?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the technology that I have will actually measure your internal biological age.
Oh, we got to
And I've got
record that.
clients that are reversing their aging process. So the
This
fountain
is
of
going to be like
youth
14 years
is
old,
within-
bro. Trust
is
me.
within
Well,
us.
I go by the eye test, and when I go and I'm the oldest guy in a tournament, and everybody else is, say, 20 to 30 predominantly,
Right.
that tells me something. There's a whole lot of guys my age that aren't participating. There's a reason
You're
for
right, they're
that.
not. And, there's probably some health factors or certain other things that are keeping them from fully showing up in their lives.
Yep.
So
Absolutely. That's why I'm saying your perspective at your age, mid-40s, is a whole lot different than it is at 70 plus. I mean,
well, I tell you what, jump over to the website like that Manny has up there and go down to the testimonies, click on pain. Guy was in pain for 20 to 30 years and basically had already given up. And you can see his response.
well, you
From
can't give
someone
up.
that told.
Once you give up, I mean, you've lost. You've given
What's
up
that?
your opportunity too. I mean, that's
Yeah, if you give up, if you don't have faith, I mean, the only reason, I'm a person that I'm always like, well, I have open ears and I have an open mind. I've always been that way. So when Rowdy came to me and he was like, I'm going to do this demonstration, it's going to help your back, you're going to feel better, you're going to walk better, your mind's going to work better. I was really skeptical. I just did it to like prove him that it's not going to work.
well.
But I just lied down. He put the phone right next to my ear. And by the way, when I do my resets, I know Rowdy had told me, oh, you can do it low. I like to actually have it pretty loud because I like to really hear the sound. And I really like to just breathe into it.
I've always said failure is not a reason to give up. It's a reason to expend more effort or look for another opportunity. And
Hey, that's it, man.
Danny do this repeatedly. And most people do that their entire lives. If you quit the first time you fail, well, you never get anywhere.
Hey, that's the truth. But anyway, gentlemen, what's your name, sir?
Dennis.
Dennis. Awesome. I don't see you. I just see a tiny little head on my screen at the very bottom.
Well, believe me,
That's
you're
how this
lucky
is
to
showing up
see
for
it
me.
this much because this is my first experience with Zoom ever. And I didn't even know if this was going to function or work or how it worked. I'm kind of a low-tech guy. I stay within like tube equipment for audio reproduction. I don't own a cell phone. I'm not technologically savvy.
He doesn't use a cell phone, bro. If you call Dennis, you have to call him. He's got to pick up the house phone, or you might get the recording.
That's it.
Well, hey,
That's
Dennis, it would be a pleasure to meet you sometime in person then.
Well, that may happen.
Let's set it up,
All
Dennis. Let's set it up. Let's all meet together, hang out. We'll record some video. Dennis can feel the sound. I'll bring my boombox. We can connect it to the boombox. We'll blast them
All right.
all the way level
The
10.
future is open for all of us.
It sounds good. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to get back to my concert, and I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Have an amazing night.
Thank you, Rowdy. Thank you so much for showing up and doing everything you do for the people and enriching the community. Thank you, bro.
Hey, you got it, man. I'm here for you, bro. Like I told you. All right. Bye, guys.
Well, as far as you're concerned, when do you hope to monetize this and actually be able to generate revenue to make a
Okay,
living?
Dennis. Yeah, great question. So Twitch is something that some of our content creators are utilizing, and it's an open source program software that does this. You'll have viewers give you donations certain ways.
What I'm hearing now from you is that it's going to be the quality of the content is going to determine how successful this can be.
Oh yeah, exactly. And the value. So the gamification part is something huge, because in the past I couldn't do all these cool things, but the future has brought us to open source software, and I'll be utilizing Streamlabs OBS, where people can create.
You can do all the technological stuff you want.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'll watch it. I'm not into learning new technology at this stage of my life, but
Technology's gotten simple though, Dennis. It's not really that hard.
I agree. And I never thought I would use Zoom or even be exposed to it. I heard the name, but never realized what it actually does, or how to even get it on your laptop or whatever.
Yeah, it's a great function of connecting the world. You just connected tonight, Dennis.
Right. No, this is interesting. I mean, it works.
And we're here every 7:30. I mean, every 7 o'clock Central Time every Thursday. So anybody wanting to join us,
Well, I'll start spreading the word and see what happens, you know?
all you got to do is go to
who knows where it's gonna
zenpoolstudios.com.
end up, you know?
Just go to zenpoolstudios.com, hit the Facebook link, and we'll just post this link to Zoom at the very top of the Facebook. So as simple as going to zenpoolstudios.com.
In order to get the Facebook link, do you have to be a member of Facebook? Because I'm not a member of, well, anything.
I don't know. That's a good question. You can try it out and let us.
I have no idea. I mean,
Just
I've
go
seen
to your
some
phone, Dennis, go to zenpoolstudios.com, hit the Facebook link and see if you can see the Facebook. I believe you don't need a profile to view the Facebook page. I'm pretty sure you don't. If you want to comment or interact, you'll need a profile. But
Well, anytime I look at Facebook, like 3/4 of the screen is blocked off by create account. And, you know, so I only see like the top, maybe 25% of what's on the page. They block it off because they want to make you create an account.
yeah, they're trying to tease you. Well, the good thing for you is the
Well,
link should be at the
That's
very
Mark
top.
Zuckerberg. You know, he's master at that, isn't he? So what's going on with our boy Joseph? Is he going to make it out of that
And
institution?
Joseph, hopefully I'll be picking up Joseph tomorrow to go with me to the expo. You want to go with us? You want to pick up Joseph tomorrow, Dennis, and head out to the expo?
I'm going to pass on that. I'm resting. Right now, I'm at a kind of a critical stage with aches and pains. Arthritis is setting in big time. I made the mistake of splitting wood and swinging a 16-pound maul. And when I was 30 years old, I could do this for 8 hours. I did it for an hour, and I got to tell you, I'm practically crippled. My back is gone, so I'm just kind of chilling, taking it easy, and hope things are slowly getting better.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if anybody knew over the past 2 week or so. It's been about a week. JJ, our friend from Clicks.
Yeah, I know.
JJ
I heard
Perez.
all about that.
I'm just announcing it. I know you know, but I have to announce it on the video. Was sick and he was in the emergency room. He's back at home now, but his health is still very fragile. And so we're praying for him. And we're praying for you too, Dennis. If there's anything I can get you, Dennis, I know you're in some pain, bro. Make sure you drink some bone broth, get some CBD if you can.
I just bought a bunch of cherry juice concentrate. I'm drinking that with cranberry juice, blackberry juice, and that's to hydrate. And
make sure you add the black pepper and the turmeric with that too, if you can. The black pepper, especially.
I bought 3 pounds of turmeric, and I use it in all my cooking. And mix it with black pepper, you know, and soups, you name it. Chinese dishes, Indian dishes, everything.
All right, well, let's not bore the audience with Dennis's fine cuisine.
Well, whatever. It's delicious.
I'm coming over, Dennis. We're gonna record some videos. You're gonna show us how to make some of your recipes. Okay. We'll bring Joseph as the dummy to eat to see how it's good or not.
Sounds good.
All right.
Be good.
Adios, everybody.
See you later.
Good night, Dennis.
Good night.